Before the break, we talked about deed fraud. And here's how it works. Bad guys fill out a quitclaim deed, sign your signature. They get a crooked notary to stamp it, and they have claim on your house.
It's a bad problem, especially here in the Detroit area. But problem solver Rob Wolchek says help is on the way. Rob.
Hey, you know, filing a fake deed right now is not even a crime. You can be convicted of forgery and uttering and publishing for what's on the deed, but the actual filing, legal. And those who work registering the deeds have to sit by, but soon that could all change.
My dad loved this house.
Donna Alford has her house back, but it's been a long journey since she had this house stolen.
You're in for at least a 2 to 3 year ride.
And while the people who orchestrated the quitclaim deed scam against Donna are now being punished, this type of fraud is overwhelming Register of Deeds officials across the country.
I think we have a moral obligation to help in this case.
And now someone's taking action and asking for lawmakers to make a change that he says will make it easier to prosecute those who are wreaking havoc on homeowners.
Anything would be better because what they've had in the past obviously didn't work.
You probably remember Donna. For the last few years, I've been following her sad saga. In 2015, her father, George Booth, died and left her this house in Detroit, the house Donna grew up in, the house that had been in her family for almost 100 years. But when Donna's family tried to take out a loan to make renovations on the house, they found out someone had stolen the house.
The deed had been changed, and they said my dad had signed the deed.
A quitclaim deed was filed that claimed George Booth, Donna's father, had signed the house over to an LLC company. But there's no dispute that George Booth's signature is forged because it was signed 2 years after he died. Donna also found out another house she'd inherited had a forged quitclaim deed to an LLC. I worked to figure out who was behind these dirty deeds and confronted Jack B. Wolf, an ex-lawyer. So you're just a totally innocent party here?
I didn't say that.
And Cordia Pennington, the notary who claimed to have witnessed the signings of these deeds.
Channel 2, I'm not being on TV or nothing like that, am I?
Donna also turned to the Deed Fraud Task Force in the Wayne County Register of Deeds. There was no doubt the deeds were fake, but the whole process took years to work out. I did my story in February of 2021. Cordia Pennington was convicted of 4 felonies for her role last summer. Jack B. Wolf, who prosecutors say was the mastermind of the operation, was convicted just 2 months ago. He's now in prison serving 1 to 14 years. Looking back, Donna remembers all this as a nightmare.
We had no idea what Jack B. Wolf looked like. We had no idea what Cordelia Pennington looked like at all because we'd never seen them before.
Fortunately for Donna, she had a reporter who helped her. But how could this happen? And how could the Register of Deeds not have stopped it? Well, it turns out the Register of Deeds legally can't do much. Even if they suspect someone is registering a fake deed, they don't have the power to stop it.
We have to record them no matter what the content is.
This is Bernard Youngblood. He's been elected as the Wayne County Register of Deeds for more than 20 years.
You, if your home is stolen, you have to go to court to reverse that process. You'll have to spend upwards of $5,000 to retain an attorney to clear title.
Anthony Forlini is the Register of Deeds in Macomb County.
Listen, if they have everything in order, they give it to us, we register it. That's all we do.
Forlini wants a change, and Bernie Youngblood says he has one. Bill 5598, which he wants state lawmakers to pass.
House Bill 5598 gives a standing, what's called legal standing, to the Register of Deeds across the state of Michigan.
The legal standing Mr. Youngblood is referring to makes the Register of Deeds office a victim of a fraudulent deed. They're not an uninterested party as they are now. If the bill passes, they can now, as victims, take the complaint directly to the prosecutor.
When you put a fraudulent document in, you take away the value of my database, the database that I take an oath to uphold.
And therefore, the Register of Deeds has been victimized. Youngblood has taken his case to the state legislature.
This one was my old bedroom.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
As for Donna, it's over. She's got her family home back in her name. She's finally able to fix it up and soon will be moving in. But she says it sure wasn't easy.
I don't mess with anybody. unless you mess with me.
The only opposition to the bill so far, the State Bar of Michigan Real Property Law section, which is not the State Bar of Michigan. Here's what they say about the bill. The language, as drafted, is confusing, ambiguous, and may create criminal liability for individuals who are not part of the intended act to be punished, like notaries and title companies. We called the folks at the Real Property Law section to see if they wanted to add anything, and they said, no comment.
Well, these people aren't the first. I mean, is there a way to avoid becoming a victim like this? Because sometimes you look at it just a piece of paper.
Well, I got advice from Donna. So Donna is the lady who had her house, her father passed away, and it was quit claimed, and you saw her. It's 9 years it took her to get over this. So here's what she says. She says, visit your vacant houses. Her father had passed away, and for a couple of years she was grieving until they decided what they were going to do with this property, and that's when the bad guy swooped in and decided, oh, look at that vacant house, let's take it. Also, she says to check on your deed. You can now do it online. Back in 2016, 2017, 2018, you had to actually go down to the Register of Deeds. Now she can just look online. So look online and check your deed. Also, all of the Register of Deeds, at least in Macomb County and in Oakland and Wayne County, you can sign up for these deed fraud alerts. So the Register of Deeds will send you an alert if somebody's messing with your deed if you sign up for these deed frauds. So things are getting better, and this new law should hopefully really help things. But it's a crazy problem. It's a crazy problem where somebody can really mess up your life for a long time.
But that technology does help, and be able to have it in the computer system like that, it does go a long way.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Rob, for that.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.